Hello and welcome to Lemieux Reviews, where we bring you the stories you may not yet have heard of. I'm your host, Ross Lemieux, and today we are bringing you part 19 of Once and Future, our mythological fairy tale comic series that follows a small group made up of three people, Duncan, Gran, also known as Brigitte, and Rose, as the fight against the undead King Arthur, the wizard Merlin, Galahad, and Mary, who goes by many fake names. In this issue, we pick up with everyone having been pulled into the other world. Let's dive in now and see what feats they pull off to survive. We open on a cover of Duncan facing down Arthur, having truly invaded the real world, having also gained a new form. This comic is created by Kieran Gillen, Dan Mora, and Tamara Bonneville. Distributed by Boom Studios on August 25th, 2021. We open with Gran and Duncan walking through the forest to our armory, which has now been fused with the other world. They are trying to keep quiet as to not alert whatever has taken residence in the forest with them. They come across the corpse of the questing beast, being nothing left but bone, having been picked clean by whatever has taken residence there. They find the hatch for the weapons, and Gran keeps watch as Duncan collects the weapons, trying to keep quiet while doing so. And even with all that effort, Duncan ends up not watching where he steps and trips on a root and goes sprawling, with all the weapons scattering everywhere. Though with all the sound, nothing stirs until Duncan says the word fairy, and they run away at full sprint. As they run back through the forest, it comes alive with little lights and a buzzing sound. Though they are at a full sprint, Duncan realizes they won't make it and tells Rose to leave them and to get back to the home. And we get our first look at the fairies, an insectoid-like being that has many teeth in its stomach, located in its midsection. Bug wings, 6 limbs, and green hair coming from its head. As the swarm comes down on Gran and Duncan, a voice shouts out the creature's name and an insult that draws their attention, leaving Duncan and Gran deserted in the middle of nowhere, leading the danger away. Gaining distance, Rose circles back around to get Duncan and Gran while she is trying to get away. Having little time, they jump in the car that was only moments ago being attacked. But the fairies catch back up, making Duncan resort to their creature's one weakness, which was pure iron in the form of horseshoes, brass knuckles. Leaning halfway out the window, Duncan winds up and nails a few of the bug-like things, which explode into a yellow fluid. And with the death of their own, the fairies let the three escape, Rose giving one final insult as they speed away. Back at the home, they have transformed the place. Monster heads on spikes and an armed guard throughout the house. But for all they have done, people have still died, whether it's from the cold, lack of medicine, or other dangers. Worst of all, they know the home isn't safe, and Arthur could come for them at any time, and they can't stop him. Then one of the older women makes the mistake of wondering when life will get back to normal, which sets off Gran. She goes off about this being the new normal, and how the government has screwed them all, taking a cigarette out and being told off by the orderly, who she just brushes off. Somewhere else, Arthur is cutting down soldiers, judging them by whether they are Saxon or not, with one being just Saxon enough to incur Arthur's wrath. With the soldiers dispatched, Merlin inspects the sealed doors, deciding that they cannot reach the people inside, but that they have also dispatched all the soldiers that could stand against them. While Merlin tries to take a moment, Arthur turns away, asking after Nimue and if she stood against them, Merlin having no clear answer for this question, when Galahad runs up, screaming about a rival king that has appeared. Back at the home, Gran takes a moment to calm down after her outburst, and Duncan joins her outside, and she isn't handling things well. She always wanted to talk to others about the things she does, but not that she can. It's all wrong. Even escaping is impossible. The magic won't let them outside of Britain. Any that try would just end up dying. Gran seems resigned to her fate, but Duncan refuses to accept that they are helpless. Duncan's tenacity gives Gran an idea. Gran has decided to move everyone somewhere else, a more secure location. Rose agreeing, but needing to get her parents. Gran's plan is to once again go to the family home, which is now the Grail Castle in the other world. Back in Camelot, they stand around Merlin's cauldron, looking deep within it to see if they can spot the rebel king and his forces. And to the shock and surprise of all those standing around the cauldron, looking down into it, they realize that there is now a second King Arthur and Merlin that have taken to the battlefield. Well, that finishes up our video today with part 19 of Once and Future. It seems that with the strengthening of the other world, other versions of the same story have begun to gain life. Complications to Arthur's conquest of the new world, and it seems that our intrepid heroes have finally found a safe harbor in a deadly world. Join us next time for another thrilling installment. And if you liked what you saw here, please like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you next time.